the action sports show that's going to make you sweat. And now, today's fearless players, wearing the brazen blue from San Antonio Elementary School, Crafty Chris Cessna. In the relentless red from Lakeview Middle School, Gregory the Ace Ashley. In the preeminent purple from Conway Middle School, Laura the Brute Hello everyone, I'm Mike O'Malley. Welcome to the Extreme Arena, home of Nickelodeon GUTS, the action sports show where kids live out their greatest sports fantasies. Today's players once again battling their way through 4 outrageous events, and after that, they get a chance at tackling our radical rock, the aggro crag, where almost anything can happen. The player with the most points at the end of all of our events is the winner, and after that, he or she will be able to take home a glowing piece of our radical rock. Now remember, all of our events are specifically designed with our players' safety in mind. They will be wearing safety equipment, and we'll have a professional stunt coordinator and stunt spotters with them at all times. So please, do not try this at home. Now on to our first event, which takes archery to new heights. How else could you hit a target 11 feet high? Only with some help from an elastic cord. We call it bullseye because only sharpshooters win. And let's go to our referee, Maura Quirk, for the rules. Mo.
At the sound of my whistle, all 3 players will grab a crossbow and jump off the aerial bridge. The object of the game is to score as many bullseyes as possible in 60 seconds. Mike.
All right, so as our players are getting harnessed up and getting up the aerial bridge, let me remind you that the aerial bridge right there is 7 foot 6 inches high. And they do have to hit, as Maura said, the floor before they get on up and hit that target. Looks like they're ready. They got their crossbows in hand. Stunt spotters holding them back because they're so anxious. They are ready.
Players, on your mark, get set.
And there's a look at Crafty Chris Cessna taking a shot and bang! Hitting their first one up there. Oh, looks like Laura's having some trouble getting back up there. And there is Gregory, missing his next arrow. There is a split precisional moment that you must hit. Oh, look at right there. Crafty Chris isn't crafty at all. She's getting hung up there. And there we have our purple player, Laura, hitting another one on there. We got a tie between Laura and Chris at this point, and about 27 seconds left. Hitting onto the ground and getting the vertical leap up. If you release the arrow while you were still going up, you will most likely let the arrow fly. And there we have Chris hitting another one. And then, as you saw, Laura hitting the target, but the arrow falling off. Chris having trouble hanging up there. She just hanging in the air there. 6 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is Laura going to hit another one? Oh, it's going to be close on this one, folks. The results on this first event here today, Elastic Sports here on GUTS. Mo is ready. Mo.
In first place, we have Chris in blue with two bullseyes. In second place, Laura in purple with 1 bullseye. In third place, Gregory in red with no bullseyes.
So Chris, the madman that he is, take a look at his shot right here. Knocking it right on there. Bang! Saying hello to his second arrow. Now watch Laura as she hits and the arrow bounces right off. She could have had a tie right there, but no, Chris walks away with it. Chris, first place in that one. We did notice that you were having some trouble getting back up on the aerial bridge. Talk to us about what happened there.
Well, I just couldn't get up on the, I just couldn't grab the black stripes, or, I mean, they were so hard, because you're going back and forth, and so you have to, use your feet.
Well, you used whatever you needed to do to get the win on that one. Let's go to Mo and check out the leaderboard.
First place in our events is worth 300 points. That goes to Chris in blue. In second place with 200 points, Laura in purple. In third place with 100 points, Gregory in red.
Well, I believe that Chris has a handle on first place. Now it's time for him to spill his guts. So, Chris, spill your guts. Crafty Chris Cessna is a 10-year-old sweet talker. He talked his way into a part in the movie Matinee and strong-armed his dad into letting him drive the family car. He does shut his mouth to swim and play soccer. Well, he should be prepared for our next event because swimming is going to be a little bit a part about it. It's called the obstacle course. Basic training is the official term, and our obstacles change every day. Let's take a look at what we got today. We got the cargo net, the tightrope walk, the free fall, and then he's going to come right into the elastic jungle. Ah, jungle fever! Up the wall climb, down the tube slide, and into the water to get a little wet. Yeah! Talk about it, Mo.
Mike, take a nap. Players will be timed from starting line to splashdown. They must complete each obstacle before moving on to the next one, and best time wins. So, on your mark, get set.
Crafty Chris up the cargo net. Has not missed one wrong yet. Up there in 7 seconds. Along the tightrope walk. You gotta be careful, but not too tentative, or you'll lose time. Jump, my man. There you go. Might as well jump into the jungle. George of the jungle? No. Chris of the jungle. All right. Crafty Chris crafting away through that thing. And now he is up the wall climb. He is now at 36 seconds. Down the tube slide. Go ahead, take a dive into the water. He's all wet. Let's find out what his official time is. Mo, talk to me.
Chris in blue finished in 42.3 seconds. On to our next player. On your mark, get set.
Gregory, up and in. The ace actually, making up there in about 7 seconds himself. Walking along our chain link tightrope walk. He's got to get in that free fall. Boom! Into that air bag and then into the jungle. Come on, my man. He's down low. He knows how to make it through there. Yeah. Talk about crafty. That's crafty. Up the wall climb. He's acing it so far. He looks like he's going to be beaten. Oh, he's got he slipped. Up the wall climb. He's down in the water. It's going to be close, people. Boom. Sneakers, pads, and all. He's a little wet. Let's go to Mo for the official result. Mo.
Gregory in red finishes in 36.3 seconds.
The ace. You see him getting a little wet right there. And now our next player is ready. Let's go.
On your mark, get set.
That's Laura the Brute Bartlett having some trouble getting up the cargo net. But still, she makes it up there in about 7 seconds, same as the boys, so she did not get slowed down at all. And she is attacking that tightrope walk, folks. She is into that air bag. She is flying. She's making a move now, and down on the floor, the Brute. A brutal attempt at this one, and awesome. Oh, she could really walk away from this. Look at her scale that wall, and into that tube slide. Oh, Lord. Magnificent Laura the Brute Bartlett. I think she needs...
Purple finishes in 28.9 seconds. That puts her in first place. That puts Gregory in red in second place. Chris in blue in third place.
Give her a Bartlett pair on that one. She's probably hungry after all that work. Look at her make her way through that jungle. An awesome job on that one. Just putting her head down and saying, it's time to get to work. I got a wall to climb, people. So she climbs the wall. 1, 2, 3. On the platform. Boom, right into the tube slide and right into the water. And that is Laura. Laura, talk me through that event. You flew through that thing. What was the best part about that one?
Oh gosh, the whole thing. It was wonderful. I don't know.
That's a good answer. Okay, let's go to Mo and find out where we stand on our leaderboard right now. Mo.
In first place, we have Laura in purple with 500 points. In second place, Chris in blue. Chris in blue with 400 points. In third place, Gregory in red with 300 points.
So our players enjoying what they've been up to so far. We'll see if Laura can hold on to the lead in Greg will spill his guts when we come back. Welcome back to Guts, the action sports show that asks, do you have it? All right, and before we get into our next event, it's time for Greg to spill his guts. So, Greg, spill your guts. Greg, the ace, actually is 12 years old. His ace in the hole is knowing when to draw the line. The ace is always searching for the ultimate sport pursuit. He rappels off walls and hang glides. All right. Well, Greg is definitely going to be hanging in this next event. we hang out by our pool for this one. It's called Invisible Boats because we don't have any boats. That's right, but we do have a harness, a paddle, and 3 very tough kids. Let's go to Mo for the rules. Mo.
Our players will paddle themselves across the pool. They must touch the end of the pool with their paddle to end the race. Best time wins. Guys, fire up those rapids. There they go.
Looks like
On
Chris
your
is
mark.
ready.
Get set.
All right, so crafty Chris Cessna making his way across the pool. He's getting really hung up here, folks. He's got to use the paddle. He's not using the paddle. He cannot just use his arm. He must use the paddle and pull himself across. He's just touching the top of the water. It is not enough to pull the weight across. After 10 seconds, the spotters will then help him get moving. And he is now moving. He's going to get a penalty for getting spotter help. You can see he was not digging the paddle deep enough into the water. We're going to have to go to Mara and get the official results on this one. An event that takes a lot of strength and agility to get across the pool.
Chris in blue finished in 31.8 seconds. That includes a 2-second penalty for assistance from the spotters. On your mark, get set.
And Greg off there into the water. Now, it is very important. I've talked to our professional stunt people here on Guts to get a good leap into the water so you won't get hung up early. Greg is having some trouble, but he is still getting across faster than Chris did before him, getting his paddle into the water as he's struggling to get in. He is across. Okay. Looks like he definitely beat Chris's time on that one. Let's go to Mo.
Gregory in red finishes in 22.9 seconds.
22.9 seconds. The ace hanging in space on that one. His fantasy coming alive of being able to walk across that water with his own power instead of having to hop on a jet ski or something like that. And we've got Laura. She will come up next. She will have to beat a time of 22 seconds. She's going to have to get in a little bit more than 22 seconds on that one. She's going to have to come in less than 22 seconds, I should say, on that one. But she looks fired up and ready. She is going to get across that water. Let's see if she gets a good, strong leap off of there at the beginning, and we're ready.
On your mark, get set.
All right, kid powered. Oh, Laura is flying. Forget about this whole Guinness. It could be a world record, folks. I am blown away on that one. Showing it's how it's done. She basically is giving a Guts Invisible Boat clinic on that one. Let's go to Mo and find out what the official time was on that one. Look at her. She's not even out of breath on that one. She's just hanging out saying, yeah, let me take it again. Let me go through that again. All right, let's go to the official time.
Laura finishes in 7.6 seconds. That puts her in first place. In second place, Gregory in red. In third place, Chris in blue.
All right, not even close on this one. Take a look at this. Jumping into the pool and digging her paddle in there and saying, "Hi, it's time to fly." And that's Laura as she cruises across the water. Determination on her face. Laura, you were blowing me away on that event. Talk to me on that.
That was really hard, but I guess I got it, and so...
Well, I would guess you got that, too. She did great. Let's take a look at the leaderboard right now.
In first place, Laura in purple with 800 points. Tied in second with 500 points each. Gregory in red, Chris in blue.
All right, an excellent event, and now it's time for Laura to spill her guts. So, Laura, spill your guts. Laura, the Brute Bartlett, is a hard-working 11-year-old dancer. Laura's looking to muscle her way to the top, but the Brute also has a sense of humor. She's got a riff as a practical joker, and that's Laura. Well, our next event is no joke at all. It's serious business. Imagine Nolan Ryan, Dwight Gooden, and Roger Clemens pegging wild pitches at your head. Well, we're going to simulate this for our players in this next game called Wild Pitch. Let's go to Mo for the rules. Mo.
Each player must stay within the designated area and try to dodge as many balls as possible for 45 seconds. Any ball that strikes the player before it reaches the backstop will count as a hit, and the player with the least number of hits will be the winner. In your places, players, on your mark, get set.
All right, and the cannons shooting at our players. They have got to be quick and nimble on their feet. It's like 45 seconds of, well, basically, tennis balls getting smacked at you. But it looks like right there, Greg the Ace dodging this. Crafty Chris moving past a couple of them right there. All right, and there's the Brute starting to kick her leg up and back, and she's moving. You're trying to dodge the ball, not knock them down with your hands. It's sort of like you're a catcher and you're saying, I give up. This guy's way too wild. They're coming at us. Players from 3 different angles. Very fast. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Time has run out in this game. So we do have a judge for each one of our players that will look specifically at the players during the game. So they can then give Maura Quirk, our referee, the results, and then she can tabulate them and see who is in first place, second place, and third place. Looks like she is ready. Let's go to Mo now. Mo.
Okay, in first place with the least number of hits is Chris in blue with 9 hits. In second place, Laura in purple, 10 hits. And in third place, Gregory in red, 13 hits.
All right, take a look at Crafty Chris. A lot of tennis balls coming at him. A lot of wild pitches in 45 seconds, and only 9 hit the man. He was a fast mover. We have Chris right here by my side for a little interview. Anything unexpected happen in that last event?
Well, not really. Just many balls coming at me.
All right, were they coming at you faster than you expected them to?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the leaderboard and check out where we stand now. Mo.
In first place, we have Laura in purple with 1,000 points. In second place, Chris in blue with 800 points. And in third place, Gregory in red, 600 points.
All right, that's a wild pitch, but now we got a wild climb. The aggro crag coming up. Are you ready for this, folks? Stick around. A lot's going to happen at the crag. We are here and we are ready for our final event, the aggro crag. The aggro crag is roaring. Aggro meaning aggressive, crag meaning rock. Our aggressive rock, our big mountain behind me, ready to devour our players. We'll see if they're up for the challenge. Let's go take a look at the leaderboard in Mo. Mo.
After 4 events, Laura in purple is in the lead with 1,000 points. Chris in blue is in second with 800 points. Gregory in red is in third with 600 points.
That's a look at where they stand. Now let's take a look at how they got there. And there's Crafty Chris hitting the ground and boom! Right on the bullseye. Crafty Chris Cessna flying in the air. And here he is going through the elastic jungle. He had some trouble in this one. Walking through it slowed his time tremendously. And he did not take first place in this event. You see him trying to make it through there. Just all over the place, those elastic. Now he finally figures it out and says, I'm going down. I'm going down to get through this thing. Gets back up, walks through it. Take a look at Laura. She was climbing this wall. Her hair going every which way in back of her. She said, I'm a mermaid. I gotta go swimming. I gotta get back in the water. She took first in that event. Now take a look at her running across the water on this one. Unbelievable time. Record time. She flew through the pool on this one. That's a mouthpiece in her mouth, not a piece of orange or lemon or anything. Now we take a look at the wild pitch event, and there's Chris shifting his body every which way to avoid those tennis balls. Did a good job on this event. Luckily he had that protection on there. Yeah, he stayed out of the way of those tennis balls. An excellent job by all our players here today. And now, the final event, the aggro crag. The aggro crag, something that can surprise all of our players with rock avalanches, slime floods, falling ledges, snow storms, water in their face. A whole bunch of surprises for our players. Let's go to Mo and talk about the rules. Mo.
Players will start at the sound of my whistle. Each player has an identical side of the mountain to climb and may not cross into another player's path. Now, during their climb, they must light up each of 7 targets located on their side of the crag. The first player to set off all the targets, including the final one at the peak of the mountain, will receive first place points. Mike.
All right, a smoky, fiery mountain. Our players getting psyched up. Let me remind you that the points in this round have skyrocketed. The final event, third place being 375 points, second 550 points, and first 725 points. Mo, kick this one off.
Players, on your mark, get set.
All right. Will the other players be able to knock Laura out of the lead? Oh, looks like Laura missed an actuator. She missed an actuator. She's going to have to go back as the rocks begin to fall. She's going to have to make up precious time if she wants to win this one. And Chris is in the lead at this point. They are still flying up there. All right. Looks like Laura the Brute is in the lead at this point. Laura the Brute today is in her lucky Brute day. Oh, it's close. Look at it. Our purple player, Gregory and Laura hitting the actuator. Looks like she's going to take first. It is between Gregory and Chris for second place. It looks like Gregory the Ace is going to come in second. And then we have Chris, Crafty. Chris, you see him struggling to get up there on the left side of our mountain as he continues to climb up there for the final and locking in with third place. We'll have to go for the official results from Mo, but let's check it out. Mo?
On the aggro crag, in first place, Laura in purple. In second place, Gregory in red. In third place, Chris in blue.
Well, let's take a look right here. And look as Laura climbing up the aggro crag. A rock getting out of Greg's way on this one, and water shooting right by him. Take a look right here as Laura in the lead begins her final ascent, our purple player. And then we have an unbelievable performance. As you see, it's really close here at the end, but Laura edging out Greg. Greg realizing he missed an actuator after getting a note from our judge, Frank. And there, Laura the Brute punching the clock, punching in with first place. Let's go check out the final leaderboard standings. Mo?
Here are the final standings. In third place, Chris in blue, 1,000. I beg your pardon. Gregory in red, 1,150 points. And a very close second, Chris in blue, 1,175 points. And our winner today, Laura in purple, 1,725 points.
An excellent performance by all of our players here today. The bronze medal winner is Gregory.
Really well. Give me a hand.
Excellent. Our silver medal going to Chris.
Here we go. Bend down.
And ladies and gentlemen, our gold medal winner, the Brute. That's Laura, the Brute. Our purple player. Give her a piece of that glowing rock. I'm gonna stick my mic in her face and say, Laura, how do you feel?
I feel wonderful. It was really fun. I mean, the competition was great. I loved it.
No ifs, ands, or buts. These kids got guts. Do you have it?
All Guts players compete in Reebok athletic shoes. Life is short. Play hard.
Guts was recorded in front of a live audience in Nickelodeon Studios at Universal Studios, Orlando, Florida.